Hello, my YouTube family. I really hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to today's strong and stretchy feel-good vinyasa flow. This will be a fluid, playful, and dynamic practice. So I really hope that you enjoy it. If you haven't already checked out my online membership, I have an online membership website where you will find full-length yoga flows, Pilates workouts, breathwork, meditation, and so much more. So you're welcome to check that out. There is a 3-day free trial if you're interested. Otherwise, when you're ready, let's get going. You're welcome to come to the back of your space. We're going to meet in a forward fold at the back of our mat today. Make your way into a ragdoll shape. You can bring your feet slightly wider than hip distance apart, so around about to the edges of your mat. And then bend your knees and reach for the opposite elbows. And start to gently sway the body from left to right. As you sway here, start to relax into your shoulders, your face, your neck, space in between your eyes, your lips, your nose. Allow yourself to soften as you come home to your body, come home to yourself. Take a nice relaxed breath in through the nose. And then open the mouth to sigh, release. With that out breath, you can let go of your elbows and slow the sway down. Inhale, lift the chest, come into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold the body forwards. And then breathe in, come into high mountain pose. Charge down into the feet, reach into your arms, lengthen out of your waist. Exhale, guide your hands right together at your heart space. Breathe in, we rise, lengthen upwards again. And then fold forwards, bow down right in between your legs. As your hands meet the floor now, drop your bum down, come into a malasana squat as you guide your hands together at your heart space. If it's available, you can drive the elbows into your inner thighs. Take a breath in. With your out breath, hands meet the ground, forward fold, melt your chest right in between your legs or closer towards your thighs. Once again, we are going to lower the hips, come back into your squat, malasana, breathe in. Breathing out, fold forwards. One more time, just like that. Lower your hips, guide your hands together at your heart space, thumbs to the breastplate. And then on your out breath, find a fold, dropping your hands down towards the earth. Push the feet firmly into the mat and then come into a halfway lift. As you breathe out, walk forwards, come into a plank position. Bring your shoulders right over your wrists as you push away from the ground. Feel the energy in your arms, your core, your legs. Sense the aliveness here that you're creating. And then bend your elbows, come into chaturanga. Upward facing dog, lift your chest, peel the shoulders back. Downward facing dog, take your hips back. Start to bend into one leg at a time. Let's give our feet a little pedal here, driving the heels a bit closer to the floor. And then on your next in-breath, rock forwards into a plank position, push away from the ground. Listening carefully, start to guide your left knee towards your left elbow. And then send your toes back, over towards your right elbow. And then reach your left foot over to the right side of your space and lift your right arm into the sky. Take a breath in as you lift and then lower down. And again, we lift all the way up, pushing into the left hand. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, reach into the fingers. Exhale, bring it back down. Last time to lift, hold and breathe. Drop your right hand to the floor and hug your left knee towards your chest. Inhale. Exhale, three-legged dog, send your left leg behind you. And then look forwards. As you shift forwards, come into a three-legged plank and play with a little flow here, bending your elbows. Upward facing dog, reach through your sternum, breathe in. Breathing out, downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels again and rock forwards into a plank position. Guide your right knee towards your right elbow. Breathe in. Send it back. over towards your left elbow. Dropping your right foot over to the left side, reach your left arm tall. Now lift up through your hips as you inhale. Exhale, bring it back down like a wave. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, we rise. And we lower back down. Beautiful. Last time, lift up through your left arm a lot. And then drop your left hand down to the floor as you hug your right knee into your chest. Breathe in. Send your right toes back. Come into a three-legged dog. Shift forwards into your three-legged plank. Shoulders over wrists. Bend your elbows. Upward facing dog, reaching through your sternum. And then down dog, we take the hips back. Land here with a full, juicy breath in. And a nice big sigh through the mouth. Send your right leg back. Come into a three-legged dog now. Guide that knee over to the right elbow. Lean forwards. Three-legged dog, reach it back. Over towards your left elbow. Three-legged dog, reach back into your right leg. High lunge now, step in between your hands. With a light energy, start to reach your arms up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lean forwards and shift forwards into a flying warrior, taking the hands behind you. Point into the back toes. Keep the energy in the chest nice and lifted. High lunge. Lightly let the left foot meet the ground behind you and reach into your arms. Take a grounded breath in. Breathing out, hands meet the ground. Step both of your feet back in a plank. And then take your flow, nice and slow, controlled vinyasa, upward facing dog. Down dog, we roll the hips back. Taking your left leg high, three-legged. Guiding your left knee to your left elbow, loading the arms, we lean forwards. Three-legged dog. Towards your right elbow. Three-legged dog, reach back into your left leg. High crescent lunge. With a sense of ease and playfulness, step forwards, reach into your arms. Ground. Leaning forwards, take flight, flying warrior. Lift the back leg and hold. High lunge, right foot slowly meets the ground behind you. Reach into your arms. Exhale, drop your hands down to the ground and step both of your feet back in a plank. Take your flow, bend your elbows, upward facing dog, reaching through heart space. And then down dog, we take the hips back. Hopefully you're feeling nice and warm by now. Building a little sequence, let's get into it. Send your right toes back as we've been doing, three-legged. Guide the knee to the right elbow. Three-legged dog, take it back. Exhale to the left elbow. Three-legged dog, reach back into your right toes. Step forwards, high lunge, repeating what we have done. Reach into your arms. Get nice and low into the front knee. And then lean the body forwards. Take flight, flying warrior. Lift the back leg a lot and breathe. High lunge, let the back foot meet the floor. Ground into both of your feet. Hold and breathe. Okay, nice and slowly. Drop your hands down to the ground. Come into a three-legged dog. Kick your right leg into the sky. Listen carefully. You're going to start to walk your hands over to the back of your space in a standing split. So you're going to walk your hands towards your left foot, back of your mat. Take your time. Take as many breaths as you need to get here. Once you are here, hug your chest towards your left leg as much as you can. If you want to challenge your balance, you're welcome to wrap one or maybe two hands around your left ankle bone. Take a moment and try to focus on that unmoving spot in front of you on the floor for balance, your drishti. Nice and slowly, drop your hands down to the earth in front of you and walk forwards into your three-legged dog again. Hands to the front, reach back into the right toes, breathe in. Breathing out, come into a lizard lunge. Right foot outside of right hand, sink your left knee to the earth. Beautiful, guys. Start to reach your right arm behind you and then begin to bend into the back leg and maybe catch a bind. Grabbing right hand to left foot, gently guiding that foot closer to your hips. If you don't have the bind, don't worry about it. Just play and breathe as you feel into that nice stretch across the front line of your hip, your quad. Nice and slowly you can release the bind. Stay in your twist as you lift your left knee off the floor, reach into that right arm, and then flip your dog. Right foot pulls over to the side of your space, reach through your hips and your heart space. Take a nice big breath in, and then exhale. Slowly lower, drop your right hand to the floor, sink your right knee down to the earth, and then tuck the right toes as you lift the left leg off the floor. Bend into your elbows, find chaturanga arms, breathe in. And then breathe out, push yourself back up. Drop your left foot to the floor behind you and hug your right knee towards your chest. Inhale. Exhale, three-legged dog, reach back. Step forwards, low lunge, lightly stepping in between your hands. Take a breath in. Exhale, long pyramid pose as you breathe out. Bow over your front leg. Bend into the knee. Come back into your lunge. Exhale, long pyramid pose. Melt over your thigh bone. Bend into your right knee. Come back into a lunge. Listen carefully. Plug the hands into the floor. Find a three-legged dog. Kick your right leg into the sky. Exhale. Step your right foot halfway in between your hands and your left leg, your back leg. All right, now start to lift your left leg off the floor. Fingers are spread wide in front of you. You're going to keep your elbows straight as you push away from the ground. Your gaze is going to be in between your thumbs here. You will begin to bend into your right knee slightly. We're going to play with a little stag hop. As you bend, you'll give it a little hop and bend into this right leg. If you need to take a look at me for a moment, go for it. Bend and hop. Giving yourself a kind of like little spring-like action. And even if it's a tiny lift off the floor, momentary lift, that's amazing for today. This takes a lot of practice, a lot of work. And if you have your handstand, you can play and hold for a couple of moments. I'll give you a moment or two to play with that. And when you are ready, we will meet in a forward fold here. Feet together. Rest your chest over your legs. Come into a halfway lift. Exhale, folds. High mountain pose, rise. Reach into the arms. Feel the energy move up the body into the arms. And then exhale, guide your hands together at your heart. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, hands meet the ground, step your feet behind you in a plank position. Bend your elbows, chaturanga, to your upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Take your hips back. Sending your left leg tall, find your three-legged. Guide your left knee to your left elbow. Three-legged dog, reach back towards your right elbow. Three-legged dog, reach behind you. High crescent lunge. With a lightness, we step forwards. Reach into your arms. Flying forwards. Take your flight, flying warrior. Open through the chest, lift the back leg. High lunge. The back foot slowly meets the ground as you reach into your arms. Ground here for breath. Let the earth take you in and hold you for a moment. And then drop your hands down to the ground. Kick your left leg tall, find a three-legged dog. Starting to leisurely walk your hands over to the back of your space in your standing splits shape, working deeply into your hamstrings here. All right, if you played with that challenge on the other side, 1 or 2 hands to foot, otherwise keep your hands on the floor. So to get into our handstand hop, it does require a certain level of hamstring flexibility, which is why we are focusing a little bit on hamstrings here. Take one more breath. Okay, you can gently release your ankle and walk forwards, come into a 3-legged dog. Hands to the front of your space. Reach back into your left toes. And then step your left foot outside of your left hand lizard lunge. Sink the right knee to the mat, relax and take a breath. If you played with your bind on the other side, go for it. Left hand weaves around to catch onto your right foot. Nice and slowly you can let go of the bind. Staying in your twist, lift up through your left arm, breathe in. Wild thing, flip your dog, left foot over to the side of your space. Reach through your heart space and your hips as you expand and explore. Breathe in. Breathing out. Slowly lower, drop the left hand to the floor, sink your left knee down to the ground. Tuck the left toes and lift your right leg off the floor. Point into those toes and then bend your elbows. Find your chaturanga arms. Push yourself slowly back up. Stay with me, guys. Drop your right foot to the floor behind you and hug your left knee into your chest. Send your left leg back, 3-legged dog. Low lunge, stepping right in between your hands. Take a breath in. Long pyramid pose. Breathe out, continuing to work into your hamstrings. Bend into that knee again, come back into your lunge. And then one more time, long pyramid pose, like a wave over the left leg. Find a lunge, bend into your left knee. Plug your hands into the floor, kick your left leg into the sky. Come into a 3-legged dog. Breathe in. Stepping halfway in between your hands and your right foot now. Spread widely into your fingers and then you'll lift your back leg. All right. Try to keep the back leg nice and engaged. Press the fingerprints into the mat, focusing on your drishti, gaze in between thumbs. Bend into the left leg a little bit and then just give it a little hop. Can be a baby hop to begin with, finding that stag hop. All right, you can try it a couple of times. Just remember to keep your drishti between your hands. This will help with your focus and your balance and the orientation of your body here. And if you have a moment of hang time, go for it. And then when you are ready to come down, make your way into a forward fold. Let's come into ragdoll with your feet together. Bend your knees, wrap your hands around your elbows, and take a slow sway from left to right. And then you can gently release your elbows, keep your knees bent and roll up to standing. Inhale, high mountain rise. Exhale, hands to heart space in prayer. Drop your hands lightly on your hip points now and lift your heels off of the mat. Look forwards in front of you as you very slowly come down into a toe stand using your drishti. Point of focus in front of you. Slow, controlled strength. Try to keep your shoulders in line with your hips as you come down. And once your bum meets your heels, rest your hands on your thighs and just take a moment to smile and acknowledge where you are. One more breath. Okay, start to drop your hands on the floor in front of you. We will play with one round of crow. Spread widely into your fingers, lift your hips, and then guide those knees towards your triceps. If you have crow in your practice, you are welcome to go for it. Otherwise, fingers spread wide into the floor, pushing away from the ground.
Look forwards, and you got to lean forwards. Any arm balance requires that you really lean forwards to find the counterweight between the front of the body and the back of the body. And then play with lifting one foot off of the floor at a time. If you have both feet off the floor, squeeze your heels to your bum. Push away from the ground and hold. Okay, and then when you're ready to, nice and slowly, you can drop your feet down to the floor, come back into your squat. Nice work, guys. That was spicy. You can lower your hips down to the earth. Just place the right foot in front of the left foot here in a cross-legged seat. And slowly reach the arms up. Take a breath in. You can take a gentle twist to the right as you breathe out. Peeling the right shoulder back. And then nice and slowly unravel the body and change the cross of your legs. Reach the knee arms up, grow tall as you lengthen, breathe in, breathe out and twist to the left. Gently wrapping your right hand around your left knee. Peel the left shoulder back, lengthen and twist. And then with your next out breath, slowly unravel the body and drop your hands on your knees or in your lap as you take a few moments here of stillness. Close your eyes and try not to check out for this part. If you've come this far, stay with me. Lengthen through your spine, just give your shoulders a bit of a roll down and back. And take a nice big exhale. And then keep your mouth closed and just follow the rhythm of your breath. Breathing slow and gently in and out of your nose. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest. The movement of your rib cage with every breath. See if you can relax the insides of your shoulders some more. Your arms, your neck, your lips, your eyes, your nose. Bring your awareness to the hips in contact with the floor right now. And take a note of the grounded quality that creates. And you can gently rest your left hand on your heart space and your right hand on your belly. And then take a nice full and deep breath in through the nose. Guide the breath into the heart space. Exhale, sigh, release. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this practice. Please let me know how it went for you guys in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. And if you have any requests or questions, also let me know. Please remember to subscribe and give me a nice big thumbs up if you did enjoy this practice. And also please check out my online membership where there's a beautiful growing community. So it'd be lovely to have you in there if you would like to check it out. As I mentioned earlier, there is a 3-day free trial. So that is Tana Studio. The link is in the description box down below. Otherwise, guys, have a beautiful day or evening, and I'll see you in the next practice.